Welcome back. You're watching White Mountains Today, live from North Conway Village. I'm Chris Prue, and I'm joined by Lisa McCoy from Great Glen Trails Outdoor Center and the Mount Washington Auto Road. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you, Chris, for having me. It is so, we were just talking, it's so great to be in the studio live.
It's a little surreal. It feels that we've done so many Zoom interviews over the last, 16 months or so. We're both vaccinated. Matt's vaccinated in the back. Get your vaccination. Get back to living normally.
Life, it's just incredible. When Deborah sent me the email, I was so excited. I was like, wow, I can do this in person. It's like real.
I know. It's so nice to see. One of the things about, the attractions up here in the White Mountains is they're all staffed by very nice people. So, I feel very fortunate when I get to interact with you guys in person.
Of course. It's always great to be here.
So we're going to talk a lot of things. If you want to ride your ATV up the Mount Washington Auto Road, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about running races and all sorts of outdoor activities. But first, we were just talking about COVID and masks. What's the current policy up at Great Glen Trails and the Mount Washington Auto Road?
Sure. So, as policies relax, we are still asking folks to wear masks inside the building and especially in our guided tour vans. That's just because we do not require people to say whether or not they've been vaccinated or not. And so we ask that everybody wear a mask in the guided tour van. We have increased the capacity of the guided tour vans. We're back to 8 people. Last summer we were running them with a more limited capacity. But for those, we are requiring that everyone make a reservation online too. So.
All right. Let's give a little overview of these two attractions, Great Glen Trails and the Mount Washington Auto Road. They're sister companies.
Yeah, they are. And I try to kind of think of it as, with our Glen House Hotel, it's like one kind of destination resort. It hasn't been kind of labeled as such because of the long history of the different, entities, the Auto Road, Great Glen Trails, and the Glen House Hotel. But it's really one-stop destination. You can come, you can have a nice meal at the Glen House Hotel. You can do some gift shopping, as you can see on our little promo here. Yep. We have kayak trips, both whitewater and flatwater, and of course the iconic and historical Mount Washington Auto Road.
Yeah, so many things to do there. Like you said, you can make your base right in there in Pinkham Notch and do it all, or you can head up a day trip and tackle any one of these activities. What are some of the more popular activities at Great Glen Trails?
Definitely bike rental. We do a 2-hour and a 4-hour bike rental. We have carriage roads that are nice and wide for families, but we also have little single tracks, so if you want to challenge yourself on the single track. And what's really become popular is the e-bike rentals. Have you ever ridden an e-bike?
I haven't. I've heard. I want to try them.
Yeah, you should just come up and try.
Because it's not like riding an actual motorized bike.
It's pedal assisted, so you still have to work.
Yep.
It's not just buzzing around on the trails. But as you're going up maybe a steeper hill, you can give a little boost.
Yep.
And it just kind of just gives you a boost, just like it says. It kind of propels you up the hill, and it makes mountain biking fun. And for those who like to go out for a long period of time, and you can spend hours out biking because you're not getting as exhausted.
It's tired. And that'd be great for someone who wants to take the camera along and just go to all the different spots on the trail system and take pictures. Great Angel Station is one of my favorite spots in the White Mountains.
It's a beautiful location.
Out on the trail system. You kind of have to pedal a little bit to get out there, or, take a walk. It's not that far. It's probably, half a mile maybe.
I think it's 3 kilometers from whatever that now mile and some.
Okay, so maybe, I think it just goes by faster for me because I'm enjoying the scenery. Yeah. But you get out there and there's a picnic table. I haven't been there in a while, so I assume it's still there.
It's still a picnic. There's a little cabin. You can go inside if you want.
And a beautiful view of the northern presidential. So
yes.
Really makes you feel like you're kind of out in the wilderness. And this is one of the best times of the year to go up to Great Glen Trails because of the wildflowers.
So many wildflowers right now. We actually did on our Facebook post a couple weeks ago, someone had gone and taken pictures last year of all the little wildflowers. So you can go on the Facebook and look at it. It identifies, from Ladyslippers to the little star flowers to the Cecil bellwort or something like that. So as you walk along, you can see all the beautiful flowers that are in bloom right now.
And of course, the lupine, the purple lupine, which come up this time of year. Those are one of my favorites.
They're gorgeous, and they're coming up. We're a little bit behind the valley, so I'd say about in 1 week. But what's blooming is the Alpine zone right now.
Oh, really?
So if you drive up the Auto Road and you're in the Alpine garden, all the little Alpine azaleas are blooming, and all those kind of fragile plants that we talk about this is their time.
Right.
So if you happen to go up on the auto road within the next couple weeks, it's gorgeous up there.
So you've got bike rentals, and you don't need to rent a bike. You can bring your own bike too.
Yeah, that's
to
true.
Enjoy Great Glen.
You just need a trail pass.
And then kayak tours on the Androscoggin River, is it?
Mostly the Andros. Sometimes we go up to a Pontook. Kind of depends. It's been a low water year, so it depends on the time that we have with our guests. So we do both flat water trips on the Androscoggin at Pontook, wildlife tours. You see eagles and different birds and turtles. And then if you're feeling adventurous, we do offer whitewater kayak clinics, which is, well,
that's Nate, right?
You might not do that
that's
on
your
day one.
instructor, so you can see how competent he is. He's got experience.
He is.
But he's not going to take you off that launch, I don't think.
No, probably not on day one.
Not unless you've been kayaking with him for a while, then
Right.
maybe he'll show you his secret spots.
Oh, he has many of them. He's like, I went this way or what? Yeah, he's got all the spots. But,
so that's Great Glen Trails, and then the Mount Washington Auto Road, of course, is just the legendary road up the summit.
yeah, this year we're celebrating our 160th season
Holy
of
cow.
operation, which is pretty incredible. So people that drive up the auto road or take a guided tour, they're doing the same thing that folks back in 1861 were doing.
Which makes it the oldest man-made tourist attraction in the United States.
As far as we know.
Right.
It is. That's continuously operating.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to discover an older one, right? They're not going to be like, oh, wait a minute,
Oh, no.
we just found this lemonade stand or something that's been in. One of a kind attraction, and today would be a great day to do it. Although it's kind of a weird weather day, it's like, I think the summit is usually at least 20 degrees colder than the base. It's like 40 degrees colder right now.
Yes, I just listened to the report on the way in, and it's certainly a lot colder. So if you're looking for a respite from the heat, the summit of Mount Washington is a great place to go.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some events, because that's another thing you guys are really expert at there at Great Glen Trails and the Auto Road. A big running race coming up next weekend.
So we have a couple running races in the next couple weekends. First, we have our Black Fly Trail Run and Relay, which is on the Great Glen Trail system. It's a 10-mile or a 3-mile if you're not feeling 10 miles. Super fun, really relaxed event. You come out, you do the either 3 miles, 10 miles, or you could do the 10 miles as a 3-team relay. And then afterwards we have a barbecue, and Shark Martin is going to play.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of a fun festival kind of atmosphere. Moat Mountain's going to be there.
Oh, great.
So
brewery.
It's just a fun event.
It is.
Hopefully the weather cooperates, and everyone can just come out and enjoy and have a good time.
All right. That is, I believe, the 19th, next Saturday, right?
The 12th.
Oh, the 12th. I'm sorry, the 12th.
And then the 19th
Yep.
and the 20th, we have our annual Mount Washington road race. And this year, because of COVID, I say 19th and 20th, we actually split the field. And we're doing the women running on Saturday and the men running on Sunday. And we did that, and it was kind of long-term planning for this race. There's about 1,300 runners that go up the mountain. With relaxing restrictions, it was kind of next to impossible to just kind of change everything that we had already planned on. So we're sticking with our plan, and we'll have a fun and safe event for everybody.
All right, that sounds fantastic. And another event coming to the Mount Washington Auto Road is ATV Day, if I'm...
Yes,
so
the 26th, so the next 3 weekends. New Hampshire ATV Day has been this awesome event. It sells out the tickets in a matter of 20 minutes whenever our tickets go on sale. Wildly popular. So of course, because of COVID, last year's event was canceled. So everyone got transferred over to this year. So there's been a limited amount of tickets. So people who've been wanting to ride up their ATV haven't been able to do it. So last year, we actually opened up the auto road during the middle of the week, Monday through Friday, for anybody who has an ATV, wants to drive up their ATV, can do it on those days, just in June and September.
All right.
So that has enabled more people to come up and enjoy the auto road on their ATV.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun. Yesterday, you can see everyone come pulling into our gravel lots, unloading their ATVs, like heading up the mountain. And it's a limited amount of tickets each day, so we're not going to have all ATVs like ATV Day.
All right. So if someone wants to either take their ATV, or let's just say they want to take their car, or maybe a guided tour on the Mount Washington Auto Road, or book a kayak trip or a mountain bike, what are the first steps they should do? Does everybody need a reservation at this point, or is there anything you can just show up to do?
You can just show up just to drive yourself on the auto road, but I would always caution everybody to check the website, make sure that we are operating, because of course, like I said, we have these events that are happening on the auto road, which would change our operational status for driving yourself. Guided tours, you would always want to book a reservation. It's possible that we have some walk-in availability, but we're kind of through COVID, we've found that reservations work, and we're moving everyone towards a reservation system. And that you can get on our website here, washington.com, mt-washington.com,
right.
and that's where you can go to the Book Now button. That's right on the side there. Yeah, exactly, Matt. And then there you can see all the different offerings that we have, guided tours, and right there you can see some of the offerings for Great Glen Trails as well. So
right.
Great Glen, you would definitely want to book a kayak trip because we've got to plan a guide and make sure that we have all the information for you to go out. And we're doing our bike rentals online as well.
Oh, nice.
So you can book it and make sure that you have it for that kind of slotted time that you're planning to be there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Anything else before we say goodbye? I know you have so much to cover.
We do. I'll just make one mention. We're really excited this year. 2 other events coming up that we're hosting. One is, of course, Seek the Peak with the Mount Washington Observatory in the middle of July. And then we're bringing back the Moat Mountain 24 Hours of Great Glen, August 7th and 8th. And this event, it's funny, when I first started here at Great Glen Trails, we were kind of thinking of another mountain bike event, and everyone said, why don't you just bring back the 24-hour race? So after 5 years, the 24-hour race is coming back. So
that is exciting. Is there, as I know you tried it, I believe, last year, and because of COVID, you had to postpone it. Is there room to still sign up for this year, or is that sold out?
No, it is sold out, but we're looking for volunteers. So if you still want to be a part of this really fun, awesome event, then you can go on the website and sign up as a volunteer.
Well, with a presenting sponsor like the Moat Mountain Brewery, I can see why it would be a fun event, and I would definitely sign up to volunteer for that. All right. Anything else before we say goodbye?
That's it. It's just great to be here. Thank you so much, Chris, for having me.
All right. Lisa McCoy, Great Glen Trails Outdoor Center and the Mount Washington Auto Road, thank you for coming down this morning. And you can find them up in Pinkham Notch, take Route 16 north until you come to the base of Mount Washington, and they're right there.
You can't miss it.
All right. We'll be back with more White Mountains today, including a live conversation with the summit of Mount Washington. The Observatory Report is next.